Hey guys, Jesus is coming very soon, and you can absolutely know when and why. Now, I know the first thought that comes to your mind is the verse that is completely taken out of context, where everybody quotes and they say that Jesus said, "No man knows the day or the hour." So let me address that. Okay, when Jesus spoke that, he was speaking to his disciples who were Jewish. Now, we know fully that Jesus came to fulfill the feast of the Lord. The first feast was Passover, when Jesus was crucified for us. Second was unleavened bread, where he had to go in the tomb for 3 full days and 3 full nights. The third feast was the first fruits, where he was the resurrection of the first fruits from the dead. And the fourth feast was Pentecost. Those are the spring feast, or the first four feasts. The final three are the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, and also the Feast of Tabernacles. Now, very important for us to know these feasts. They're not Jewish feasts, they're the feast of the Lord. Now, on the first Advent, which means the Messiah is first coming to the earth, he came on the Feast of Tabernacles. I can prove that 110% biblically. You can go to all my social media sites and look up, you can know when the birth of Jesus occurred. It was not on December 25th. That is a pagan, a demonic, a satanic date of celebration of the birth of Nimrod. They've worshiped and celebrated Baal during that period, and it is a lie from the devil. Okay. And I'm not going to get on that because I don't want to lose a lot of you guys, but just believe me, Jesus came for the first Advent on the Feast of Tabernacles. That's when he was born. We can prove that. So if he fulfilled the first four feasts, you need to understand he must fulfill the final three on his second Advent. And that final feast, which is the Feast of Tabernacles, means for the Messiah to come back and tabernacle with mankind. So this will happen during the Feast of Tabernacles, which will happen at the last trumpet of God. Not the first trumpet, not before the first trumpet, but during the last trumpet of God, this will happen. So to explain why this quenches that fiery dart of no man knowing the day or the hour, the Feast of Tabernacles is a 7-day feast. So when Jesus told those Jewish disciples that he was going to return, but no one would know the day or the hour, that is a true statement, but it is misquoted and misrepresented. Those Jewish people still today, all the Jews know, the unsaved Jews know that Jesus is coming during the Feast of Tabernacles, but they think it's his first Advent. The Messianic Jews realize that Jesus is coming during the Feast of Tabernacles, but that is for the second Advent. We, as born again, spirit filled, saved Gentiles, Christians who understand this, understand that Jesus is coming for the second Advent, but the church has been taught that no man knows the day or the hour because they have not received this revelation in its entire fullness. But once you understand that the Feast of Tabernacles is a 7-day, that a feast, that's the key that unlocks the mystery to this revelation. So yes, you can know. You might not know the day and the hour, but you will know it'll happen during that 7-day period. It is just like us being able to know the year. It's just like us being able to know the times and the seasons. Jesus told us to watch, therefore. He said, look, when you see Israel surrounded by armies, lift up your head because you know your redemption draweth nigh. He is coming back to the Mount of Olives. This is when it's going to happen. He's given us signs and seasons and dates and times. And just because people misquoted them and took them out of context does not mean that this is not true. This is absolutely true. Jesus is coming back to fulfill the fall feasts. Feast of Trumpets, number 1, Day of Atonement, number 2, Feast of Tabernacles, number 3, and at the last trump of God, Jesus will return. He will rapture his church up. His church will be caught up. They will return with him for the battle of Armageddon. At that trumpet, at the last trumpet, and Jesus will then set up his kingdom on this earth for a millennium, which is a 1,000-year reign. He will rule and reign on this earth, and the Prince of Peace will set up his kingdom, and he will rule forever. The government shall rest on his shoulders. Listen, I love every single one of you guys. Please share this during this holiday season with your friends and family members, because it's only the truth that you know will set you free. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Check out my social media sites where you can find the truth, and I'll share those with your friends and family members. Look forward to seeing you real soon.